Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part of the world you are. A very warm welcome to Empowered You, Kala Natrajan ke saath. Before I begin, I would love to thank all the viewers who have taken out their special time in attending this show. 10 News is a beautiful platform to know the stories of different people from different walks of life. Today, we have a young, beautiful girl as our guest. But before I introduce her, I would like to introduce myself to you. My name is Kala Natrajan, and I'm author and co-author of 18 books. I'm a motivational speaker, a TEDx speaker, and founder of the program called Empowered You. Through my program, I help people build their strength and confidence in themselves so much so, and help them believe in themselves, love themselves, so that they are able to achieve all their goals and fight with life and move on with life. So today we have with us Anagha Nambiar. Anagha Nambiar is a college student. One second. She's been doing social work ever since her school days. Yeah, just give me a second. Yeah, so Anagha, sorry for that. Anagha Nambiar is a compassionate girl and a social worker from New Delhi. She's the founder of Kacche Dhaage, an initiative working to educate people, spread awareness, and eradicate child abuse. Oh, wow, what a beautiful cause. She is currently pursuing bachelor's in business administration from Delhi Institute of Management, also associated with Rotary Club. So let's hear more about Anagha from her own mouth. A very warm welcome to you, Anagha. We are so
Thank you
privileged
so
to
much,
have
ma'am.
a young girl like you in our show.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Kala ma'am and 10 News for inviting me here. I would thank you so much for this opportunity because this platform will help me talk more about the cause which I'm working on. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Okay. So, Anagha, you started doing social work at a very young age. Exactly when did you start it and what motivated you to take it up?
So this is a kind of very interesting story. When I was during my class 9, we have a club in our school called Interact Club. It's a Rotary sponsored club for school students, which focuses on social services. So I joined that club without knowing what is social service, and the first project that I got for my as a member was on human trafficking. So a girl who did not even understand the meaning of social service, she had to now deal with a huge topic called human trafficking. So I was not even able to research properly because I was not aware about it. So one day my teacher called me. She said, "Sit down." She opened a huge article. She taught me everything about human trafficking and gave me some information about why social work is important. That was the day it was a day of enlightenment, I can say. That is the day when I started doing social service. I understood that whenever I went to an old age home or NGO, helped anybody, the smile on their faces, the satisfaction it gave me, it was like everything for me. So from class 9th, I started doing social service with various NGOs, NPOs, and the happiness that I see on their faces, it what keeps me always motivated.
Okay. So, Anaga, you have a initiative you started called Kacche Dhaage. Can you elaborate on that? Tell us what exactly you're doing and how is it going, where all you're targeting, who is your target audience, I mean, your target people whom you're helping, etc.
Yes, so Kacche Dhaage is a social initiative we started 2 years ago on 1st July 2022, and it has been started by me and my schoolmate Priyanshi. we together wanted to talk about this cause child abuse because child abuse is happening everywhere, but people are not ready to talk about it. So that's when we decided that we need to start an initiative so that people start talking about child abuse. So Kacche Dhaage basically organizes school sessions, we organize public events, and our target audience is not just children. We also target parents, mainly the youth, because I believe youth has the power to change things. So we target everyone through various activities, like through school sessions we try to educate children about child abuse. Through our public events we connect the youth with our cause, which helps them to understand about it and aware other people as well. And during this process we also connect parents and teachers with us. So we have done various events with various NGOs, and throughout this time our only motive has been to educate and aware of everyone about child abuse.
Okay. And so, how many, I mean, how much is the rate of child abuse in India?
So
Is
I
it
would
on a very big scale, or how?
I
What's the
would not like
percentage?
to, so talking
Not
about the
exactly the
percentage.
percentage, but some statistics of any kind.
So usually I do not ever highlight the statistics. I only encourage people to just look around yourself. Let's not talk about the numbers. Let's look around ourselves. We see cases like children are begging on the streets. Their parents or so-called parents are forcing them to do different kinds of acts on the street just to gain some few money. We see children being bullied in their schools, in their neighbors, even in their houses. We have seen that nowadays parents are not able to understand that there is a difference between parenting and abuse. We are seeing that if a child opens up about child abuse, other people like parents or families, they encourage their children to stay away from them because they consider them a bad influence. So all these cases automatically tells us that there is no acceptance in a society. People are not ready to accept that child abuse is happening. If everyone is busy in giving excuses and covering it up like nothing is happening, because child abuse is considered a taboo in India. People are not ready to totally talk about it. So if there is no acceptance, there will be no reporting of the cases. If no one is reporting the cases, there will be no actions taken. And if no action is being taken, then the crime will automatically increase. So there is no point of actually talking about numbers. I usually do not even talk about numbers in my sessions because at the end, there are many cases that are not even reported. So there is no logic of talking about numbers. It's just if we want to know how much child abuse is increasing in a country, we just need to look around ourselves. Even right now, when we are talking about it, in our neighborhood, in our locality, or in Delhi, wherever in India, some or the other case of child abuse must be happening at this very moment itself. So, if we really want to know how much child abuse is happening in India, all we have to do is just look around ourselves. We can see a lot of number cases जिसको हम ऐसे treat कर देते हैं that it's okay तो होता रहता है, ये तो normal सी चीज है. People have so much normalized it that they have like stopped accepting this crime.
Okay. So I agree with you when you're talking about child abuse, that even parents are responsible many a times. And that's why I have written a book called Happy Kids, Happy Home. A guidance to effective parenting. Many times, even in well-to-do families, etc., children are neglected, children are not looked after properly, they are not heard. They want to be heard that this is what happened, but they are not able to let it out because nobody is there to hear. Yeah. So anyway, moving forward, how do we prevent, what are you doing to prevent this child abuse? Are you taking what are the steps you are taking?
So at this stage, we feel that education is really important because it is being considered a taboo just because people are not aware about it. People have normalized everything, so they don't even know what falls under abuse and what is normal. So right now we are focusing on educating and awareing people. Like I mentioned previously, we organize sessions in school wherein we give them some basic information about child abuse, like what is child abuse and what are the types of abuse, what are the consequences, what can they, how can they reach out for help, basic information, so that in case a child encounters something, they're aware of what's happening with them. Then through our events, like we publicly organize events in in Delhi, like in CP, Janakpuri, every parts of Delhi we try to cover. So there we connect the youth. We ask them to come and participate in an activity so that through the activity they learn something which they can, and that knowledge can be imparted by them to some other child or to their parents or anyone. So we are following this chain of awareness right now because awareness is the first step to the process of change. But later on, we focus on providing like more and more help. But right now, we're only focusing on awareing and educating.
So, who are these people whom you are making, providing awareness to them? Are these people parents of school going children, or who are these?
In the school sessions, we only cover the students. So we like call them together and we, through a like play-based manner, we try to teach them how all of this affects them. Then through the events, public events, we not only the youth, but we also encourage parents. Like for example, during our events in Janakpuri, we saw a lot of parents going with their kids, like they were shopping or something. So we urged them to come with their kids, listen to what we are saying, and then participate in the activities so that all together we are able to like target the children as well as their parents. And when their children are there, they'll understand more because the child gets fascinated by the activities. So that's how we
By
cover
the
everyone in activities we arrange
Oh,
there.
okay, okay.
Like with the frame, sometimes we have balloons, sometimes we have something. So the kids get fascinated, they come to us. Then the parents also come and we try to communicate with them about the same. So that's how we connect parents, youth, and the students at the same time.
That's really amazing. Taking it forward, you're also a part of Rotary Club. So, in what capacity are you in that Rotary Club, and what exactly do you do to prevent this child abuse?
So I am in a road track club. So road track club is also like a smaller version of Rotary for the youth. So I am associated with Rotaract Club of Delhi Elite and we function here in Delhi. What makes Rotaract different from others is that we do not focus on a single cause or on only on social service. We focus on skill development, professional development, along with inculcating teamwork spirit and encouraging people to create bonds and friendship. So Road focuses on all of them. So the club I'm associated with, Road Club of Delhi Elite, I'm currently serving there as a secretary reporting. So we conduct various kind of activities, not just for the community, but for professional development as well. Some of our projects that we organize are Akshar. It's a uh, project wherein we recycle the used notebooks and everything cardboards and notebooks, everything. And then we recycle it and produce notebooks and then donate it to the NGOs and government schools. Then we have Swadhyay, it's a library project. We set up libraries in NGO. We have Bandishi, it's a menstrual awareness program. We have Hope, it's a mental health program. So we focus on various things, and at the same time, through the process of community service, we also encourage our team members to create bonds and friendships and develop different skills which will help them further in their personal. That's how our road track works.
Okay. So, are you focused only in Delhi, or do you have branches outside Delhi?
No, right now we are only focused in Delhi, but the co-founder of the initiative, Priyanshi, she is currently studying in California. So we have now started
California.
setting up, yes, California. So we have started organizing events there as well. Like we had an international session recently with the college she's studying in, and then she also organized some events in the college. So we are now like uh, we are taking small steps to spread our initiative.
Nice. So, what is the mission of Kacche Dhage?
So, right now, as we are only focusing on awareness, but that's not the main mission. Our main mission is to provide children a safe environment to live. Because I believe that childhood is a very beautiful and blissful period of our life. So, if a child is, children learn a lot and in their childhood. So, whatever they learn and experience shapes their future. If they will have a happy childhood, if they have they do not face these kind of abuses, they'll flourish more. But if they face these kind of abuses in their home or school, it will automatically create trauma which will affect their future growth. So Kacche Dhage wants that we want to provide a good environment to the children. We want that whosoever is the victim, we can protect them. We can provide them a better life by counseling or by involving them in another thing so that the trauma that builds in their mind is not there anymore and they can lead their life peacefully. But more than that, we want that through the medium of education and creating more laws, there should be a time. We very much hoping that we get to see a time when there will be no child abuse. That's why we say eradicating child abuse because we want to see a time जब कोई बच्चा abuse नहीं हो रहा है, everyone is living peacefully, and that's how हमारा जो एक future है जो हम कहते हैं कि children are the future of the country, वो future तभी build हो पाएगा जब हम उन बच्चों को protect करेंगे. So that's the mission of Kacche Dhage. We want to connect everyone with our cause, be it children, be it youth, be it parents, teachers, anyone. We want to connect everyone in this cause and we want that together we need to work on this. Together only we will be able to eradicate child abuse. We will be able to provide a safe childhood to our children.
Uh, do you also have a physical uh, place kind of a thing where these street children who are beggars and other beggars, they are brought and they are kept in this
No, no. Right now we don't have because we all are college students and we are just trying to do our bit. So we do not have a physical space, permanent space, but we go to different places like to either street slums or NGOs. We directly go to them because we don't have a place currently wherein we can bring these children or can help them. So we go down to them, to the slums, to the NGOs or the schools, wherever we have to for these kinds of events.
okay. Near my house, whenever my vehicle stops in at the signal, there is a lady. Since many years, she's been begging, and she always carries infant children in her arms. So when I asked her, she said that it's not her own children. She buys these children from poor parents. So I think it's the parents who need most education. What do you say?
I agree because I have also encountered a lot of these cases. Every time when I come back home from college, I always see a family, a mother and two, three children sitting. And every time a car stops, a vehicle stops, there's a red light, the children come and they start showing some stunts. And sometimes people ignore them, sometimes people start making fun of them, but nobody stops them. And plus, I also recently saw a child, like it's a very small infant, but that infant also knows how to beg. So that made me really upset that that such a small child at the age of learning, like um, getting good education, the child is learning how to beg. So we really need to spread awareness, yes, exactly, to the parents as well. And I really feel that I guess not exactly parents, we need to educate everyone about it, even the youth, because youth is हम सर हमारी जो पहले वाली जनरेशन थी, हमारे पेरेंट्स की जनरेशन हो गई, हमारे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स की जनरेशन होगी, दे think a little bit different, we think a little bit different. So I feel that the youth currently has that potential that if they come together, then we can spread more word about it. We can actually do it because abhi Kacche Dhaage is a team of 20 people. We all are college going students. We have our own personal commitments, but still everyone takes out time to do these things. But still, we cannot cover up everything and we cannot do everything on one day because we also have a college and everything. So I really feel that if more and more people will get connected with the cause, then we'll be able to achieve more higher audience. We'll be able to help maybe these street children, these street parents who are like uh, getting their kids from other parents. I guess that is really important. We really need to connect everyone. That's what I always focus upon.
Okay, that's a wonderful thing. Good to hear. And also, not only that, youth need to be educated regarding this for one more thing, that youth are the future of India. Yeah, right. Tomorrow
Yes,
you
exactly.
may not be there, but you will be there. So
Yes.
youth really need to be aware of such things, and they need to be educated right now, so that when they get married, they will, nurture their children properly and give them adequate attention.
I have always like seen that people are willing to do something, but they are afraid to take the first step. So through this medium of through this medium of today's interview, I just want all the viewers to know that I, from this initiative of Kacche Dhage, along with my team, we have taken the first step. Now you have to come with us to work for this cause because many people hesitate to take the first step. But if you are really willing to bring a change, you need to first bring the change into yourself. So you first need to aware yourself what is child abuse, and if you are really willing to do that, I guess you have the all the potential to bring this change we are talking about.
What other message would you like to give to our viewers regarding child abuse?
So, as I said, childhood is a very beautiful part of our life. We always remember कि हमने बचपन में ये किया था, हमने बचपन में वो किया था. But many children out there are not able to achieve that life. Many children are facing bullying. Many children are facing neglect. Many children are going through mental abuse. दे उनका स्टेट ऐसा हो गया है दैट अगर आज उनकी हेल्प नहीं की गई तो फर्दर इन लाइफ वो ट्रॉमा वो अपने साथ कैरी करेंगे जिससे दे वोंट बी एबल टू ग्रो इन देयर लाइफ. So I just want everyone that I'm not saying that you have to get connected with the cause or you have to join any organization. कहीं ऐसा नहीं लिखा है that if you want to help others you have to spend a lot of money or you have to join 10 types of organization. Your small activities, your small acts of kindness can bring a lot of change if you are really like connected or if you are really willing to do something. I would say that this is the time. We need to come together and we need to tell everybody that child abuse is not a taboo. The children in our society have the right to live a safe and healthy, happy childhood. So I urge everyone, all the viewers who are watching us through this medium to come forward. अगर अभी नहीं किया तो फिर कभी नहीं किया. It will be too late. Now is the time. Now is the time to come forward and talk about it. I urge all the youth, children, parents, teachers to stop considering this as a taboo. Let's come together and fight for this cause. Let's give our children a safe and happy place to live.
Very true. It's pathetic to see, even when you go to restaurants, all of them are young boys who have been employed as waiters, and very young boys. You really feel very sad for them. They
people
have been
actually
brought
also
from, उनको गांव से लाया गया है.
people actually
और
also employ young children as domestic help. I do not understand why do you need a small 10-year, 12-year girl or boy to come and clean your house? That's the age of actually learning. That's the age of studying. But at that time, you are bringing them home as your domestic help. So that is really sad. When you mentioned about the restaurant, I just remembered that one of my friend shared a photo of a restaurant. A child was working there, and he just shared the picture and said that I felt really sad seeing that. And when I opened the picture, the child was so pale, like as if he is not being good care of. And I felt so sad that such a small child who has to like go out and explore, the child is bound in a restaurant, serving others and helping others, and it makes me feel so sad to see like this. Even on the streets, when I see these children, it's a really bad feeling I every time get, and sometimes I really feel helpless as well because at this point, we do not have that much power that we can just suddenly help them. कि देखा और हमने कर दिया. So sometimes I really feel helpless seeing them in this kind of a condition.
yeah, it's really pathetic. So, thank you, Anagha, for coming on this platform. It's really
Thank you,
heartrending
ma'am.
the way children are treated, and child abuse is rampant. So, we all need to do something to contribute in this area and create value. Also, I think adoption should be more, become more popular in India, so that children get a home, orphan children get a home to live.
Correct.
Okay. A big thank you to you. We are privileged to have you in our show.
Thank you so much,
And
ma'am.
bye.
Thank you for the
Thank you
opportunity.
so much.
Thank you.
You can talk something by the time Sunita winds up the show regarding child abuse.
I would like to talk about more about Kacche Dhaage. So if anyone is willing to come and volunteer, not it's not mandatory that you have to come and volunteer physically. If you are willing to join us from any other states, you're most welcome. And we would really appreciate if more people can talk about this cause and you can spread a word about it. It's not necessary that you have to take huge steps. You can just go, and you can even teach your siblings about it. Because when you talk to your siblings, they'll further talk about it with their friends. So these small steps can actually help us spread this message more and more. So I would really urge all the viewers to come forward. Let's together like spread a word about child abuse. Let's together work on this cause.
Just a
And you
minute.
also, yes, ma'am, you also mentioned about your book. So I'm going to read it very soon. That
Thank you.
book on your effective parenting. I also want to like get some insights because I'm also a college student. I'm also learning. I'm not a very learned person, so I'm also learning through this process of working. So I guess that book will also help me a lot in talking about and spreading a word about it.
हाँ मैम एंड कीजिए ना मैम. नहीं, तभी तक हम लोग बात कर रहे थे, एंड नहीं किया। मेरा